Angie here from theworkathomelife.com. Today we are going to be talking about one of your favorite topics, and that is work at home jobs that don't require you to be on the phone. Now, this could be a big issue if, say, you're a stay at home mom and you have young kids at home that are making a lot of noise during the daytime hours, and it's really not cohesive to working a customer service job. So you may be looking for some other options, and it doesn't just apply to work at home moms because there's going to be some of you out there who maybe live in an apartment building and things can be a little loud during the day. And that background noise is often prohibited with some of the phone opportunities. Maybe you just don't like to be on the phone, and that's the case with many people looking to work from home. And that's okay because there are so many other opportunities that are going to be available to you. And that is what we are going to be talking about today. So the first one I wanted to talk to you about is going to be for those of you who may have a teaching background or even just a college degree, and that is scoring. Now what scoring is you may be scoring tests, you may be scoring essays, and these jobs, they are flexible. Sometimes they are temporary and seasonal depending, on the school year. They can pay around $8 to $20 an hour. And at minimum, like I said, they are going to require you to have a college degree, if not a teaching background. And one of the companies that hires for that is called Pearson Scoring, and there are some others as well. The next one that I want to talk to you about is chat or email customer service. So while you may not be on the phone talking to people, you can still be providing customer service through those little chat boxes that you see on websites or even email. These, don't always pay the best. They are something that's in demand because a lot of people don't want to be on the phone. So you may be looking at positions paying, minimum wage to around $12 or $15 an hour. Now, some of the companies that hire for this are Apple at Home. If you use Apple products or are familiar with their product line, that may be a good one for you. Uber occasionally hires chat agents for their customer service lines. So do check into that. And I'm going to have a list available for you here in the description of this video that you can go check out more about these positions and some of the companies that hire for each. The third one that I want to talk to you about is one of my favorite work at home opportunities for moms, and that is freelance writing. Now, there are so many opportunities available within this field. You may be writing blog posts for, other bloggers. You could be writing articles for some of the big news sites. You may also get into some of the other things that we see these days, such as writing ebooks or email newsletters, or even just social media updates for businesses that have these online profiles that they need to keep constantly updated and have good engaging content to share with their followers. So those are some of the things that may be available to you if you have good grammar and native English speaking skills. And freelance writing, it is something that's open to beginners. If you get your foot in the door and start getting a little bit of a portfolio built, this is something that can actually pay really, really well. Often it's paid by the word or by the page, and you can be looking, upwards of $50 to $75 an hour, if not more, depending on your expertise and your background and the things that you can offer. One of the great opportunities available to beginners that may help relieve that data entry itch that so many of you have is transcription. Now, what transcription is just taking an audio file and listening to that and typing out what the people are saying into a Word file or a text file of some sort. This is something that is open. A lot of companies will allow beginners in the door. Transcription is almost always paid by, it's production-based pay. So you're going to be paid by the word, by the page, by the audio minute, most likely. And so therefore, the faster you type and the less amount of errors that you make, the more your earning potential is going to be with that. Rev.com is one of the companies that does accept beginners, so you may want to look into that one. Next on our list is Search Evaluator. This is a fan favorite in the work at home wife community. This one, it doesn't pay too shabby, and basically what you are doing is you are evaluating search engine results for, you aren't working directly for Google. Google hires companies to hire people to do this kind of work. So you may be checking search results to make sure that they are relevant, that they're high quality. There are also ad evaluator positions at many of these companies that are doing the same, making sure that ads are high quality and relevant to the things that they are being displayed on. One thing to note here is that these positions, they are project based. So it's not something that's usually ongoing. You will be working or assigned to a specific project. In some cases, that project may only allow you to work 1 hour a week. You know, sometimes we see at boards of 20 hours are allowed, but there will be some instances where, you know, this job is going to end, or the project that you are assigned only allows you a minimum amount of hours. So this isn't something that you can count on to be steady, to pay the bills, but it is a nice little job that you can keep on the side to put a little bit of extra money in your pocket. And Lionbridge and Appen are two companies that hire for that. The last one that I wanted to talk to you about is virtual assistant. And this is a position that's really popular among my audience as well. A virtual assistant these days it really runs the gamut as far as what tasks are involved and the services that you can offer. Someone just getting involved in the field may be able to offer things just such as email management, you know, or answering people's emails, or even just keeping that inbox cleaned up. As you go along, depending on what your skills are, you may get involved in things like social media. Freelance writing often falls in the virtual assistant field as well. You could also get involved in things like video production, marketing, different aspects as far as blogging is concerned. You may be approving comments, responding to comments, you know, publishing and scheduling blog posts. Everything that an online business needs to do can be, you know, needs to be done by someone. In many cases, that can be done by a virtual assistant. So let's say you're working for an Etsy owner or an Etsy home business shop owner. There you might be uploading their product descriptions and photos of their products. It runs the gamut as far as what you can offer. And again, like most of the things that we talk about in the online world, the pay is going to be relative to how in-depth those skills are. Something, you know, on the bottom there as far as email management is concerned, that's something that almost anyone can do, so it's going to garner a lot lesser wage than, say, someone who is providing search engine optimization services for an Etsy shop owner or an eBay store owner. So those are some things to keep in mind. And with a virtual assistant, almost any skill that you could think of offering, you can probably learn it online somewhere. So it's just a matter of upping your skill set to meet the demand, and also to meet that pay scale that you are seeking in the work at home world. So as I said, I left a link here in the description that's going to tell you not only more about these jobs and who hires for them, but also several other opportunities as well. And I'd also love to hear from you about what work at home jobs you're most interested in, or what things you have tried and whether they have worked out for you or maybe not. That is information that I can certainly use to help match you with some opportunities that are better suited for you. So go ahead and take a look at that list, and I remember that if you sign up for my newsletter, I also send out job leads, fresh work at home job leads every Wednesday. So get signed up for that while you're over there as well. So until next time, I will talk to you later.